The race for one of the country's most hotly contested congressional seats is near a dead heat. That's according to our new Scientific 10 News UT San Diego poll.
The gap between Scott Peters and Carl DeMaio has narrowed. Let's go over to Kimberly Hunt for a look at what he may be doing behind the voter shift.
I'm joined by political consultants Laura Fink and John Dadian. Let's go straight to the new poll results that show Peters leading DeMaio 47 to 46%. Well, that's 1%, and it's well within the poll's margin of error. But let's compare that to our poll 3 months ago when DeMaio led by 7 points. So both DeMaio and Peters have launched new ads in the time between these two new polls. Peters has gained some ground. So we're going to start with Laura, and as we talk about these new campaign ads out, how effective have they been now?
I think the campaign ads have been effective in doing a couple of things. The first is shoring up Peters' support. That 8-point swing shows momentum on his side with just 2 weeks left before mail ballots go out. I think also you find that Carl DeMaio hasn't been able to pierce his armor. He hasn't found that attack strategy that would disqualify Scott as an incumbent. He's tried in a number of different ways, and we'll probably see more, but he hasn't found it yet.
Good point. And then we look at a margin of error and as well as the undecided of 7%, John. And it looks like DeMaio at this point with this poll, he's got to tap into that 7%. How can he do that, or how can Peters take it and run away with it?
Yes, that's true, but with more than a month to go in the campaign, 7%, I think that is still going to grow a little bit, because normally you would go after that undecided, but I think in this case, a little bit more than a month out, they're still going to try to swing the voters that in the poll said they're already decided, but maybe some of these ads might have them switch the other way. So they're going to attack both the undecided and try to get some converts.
And Laura brought up a good point that DeMaio has not been able to pierce the armor of Peters. He's the incumbent. How hard of a job is that?
It's job number one for any political challenger at any level, and we have not seen DeMaio be able to do that successfully. He's tried a number of different attacks on his record, but he hasn't been able to achieve that yet.
You're shaking your head, John.
Well, keep in mind, Scott Peters defeated an incumbent to get in the office, so it's not that impossible to take out an incumbent. But Carl DeMaio's ads so far have focused on his council votes, not on his congressional votes.
So you both think it's a tough one and it'll stay close?
It's going to stay very close, but I think that incumbency gives him the edge.
And it's a registration because there's so many independent voters in that district.
All right, we'll keep watching it. Thank you, John. Thank you, Laura.
Thank you.
Absolutely.